It's my Saturday live session.
You're in a live session now?
Yeah,
That's cool. Talking about philosophy or life or something?
people ask any question about casinos, about traveling, about Singapore, about maximum people ask question about philosophy or psychology. They like my lifestyle, and some are very confused about my lifestyle. How can they earn money? You know, India's people, one most important question: how can you earn money?
Yeah,
And maybe I think it's a common question in all over world.
yeah.
And someone asked me why you are travel, about you, why you are traveling, for learning or for enjoy,
I wanted to learn to meditate.
learn to meditation.
Yes, and so I'm. Yeah,
You
yeah. You're finished or no?
no, it's continue
Let's
if you
continue.
have no problem.
Yeah. Oh, sure. You want to talk to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Some people ask about you.
Hey.
What's your name?
Hey guys, I'm Kieran.
Kuran,
Kieran, yeah, from Ireland. That's right.
from Ireland, but you
Yeah.
born in Canada.
No, I'm born in Ireland. I live in Canada.
Okay, you born in
So I was,
Ireland
yeah,
and live
born.
in Canada.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And someone asked about you, why you are traveling. I told he's also my roommate and he's also traveler. Someone asked, okay, why he is traveling? Because I am not
Yeah.
for
Sure.
meditation.
Yeah. So meditation. I mean, really, it's kind of spiritual seeking, but I mean, where's the camera? It's basically like a midlife crisis, mixed with a genuine wanting to. I'd worked at the same company for 10 years, and so then I felt, look, I better do something while I still can. So I felt, yeah, I'll go off and I'll travel to all these different places, and so some places I picked Thailand and
You try
Japan.
Vipassana? You know about
I
Vipassana?
do, yeah. So one of the courses I did was kind of based on that.
Vipassana.
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
country?
In Thailand, yeah.
In Thailand.
So I mean, I'm also just traveling around, tourism and stuff as well. It's not all too much like serious as well, but I am trying to do some more like meditation and mindfulness, and I'm just trying to see what's out there. So I applied to do.
Yeah.
I was saying that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to start the master's degree and become like a counselor instead. I should go to the east, to these countries like Thailand, like Japan, and probably India next, that know about this stuff. That
You
know.
already traveled in India?
I traveled to India many years ago, in 2016 and 2017.
Which part?
So I went to Assam. I went to Delhi. I spent a little bit of time in. I went up north to Amritsar, and I went to Dharamshala. So
Okay, it's north and northeast you travel.
that's right. So the northeast, we spent quite a while in Assam and the surrounding. Also, what was the name? One of the states over there where they have the
Where? Near Assam?
near Assam. So one of the
Darjeeling?
ones. No, so south of Assam. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, it was one of the ones with. I can see your question. I
Sanju
actually
Pradhan tell you
I used to play a lot of poker. Um,
Zen is best. Someone
I used to play poker all the time.
West Bengal.
And for some years, actually, I played it pretty much full time. So I do actually play some casino stuff, but really poker is the main
people
one.
suggest you near Assam, West Bengal or Mizoram.
What's south?
Tripura.
Just south of the one I already went to. It's where they have the living trees.
Meghalaya.
Yes,
Meghalaya.
that's it.
Yeah, it's a rain state, rainy state.
That's right. It is. Yeah, this is the one I went to as well.
Meghalaya.
Yeah, it was very good. I mean, I really liked India. I thought it was really great. So yeah.
You know Vipassana. What about the experience about Vipassana?
What do I want from it?
No,
Or what's
you done already Vipassana?
No,
No.
I never did the 10-day course. So I did.
Yeah, I'm talking
just,
about 10 days course, because
So-
lots of people do done only 10 days course, and they lots of traveler met me during my traveling in Nepal also. They someone was from Israel, and they love Vipassana, and they every year 2 times they done Vipassana 10 days course. And I ask him, why you try done again and again? If you are satisfied in one time,
Right.
So why you try again and again? It means you only short-term benefit. After some time, you need more, like a dopamine. You drink beer, and in morning
Yes,
beer,
I understand.
yeah,
I understand the issue.
yeah, you need daily beer.
Well,
Because
I try. I mean, I applied on this little trip I'm doing. I applied. Well, it's not a little. I mean, it's this many months, but I applied twice to do the Vipassana course, and both times it was filled up, or there was. I really wanted to do it, and I still do. So I did a 7-day course
someone ask
recently,
you
which was
someone ask you why is spirituality important to you? Why?
well, when I was about 22 years old, I had a sudden moment of spiritual awakening, and until then I was kind of an atheist. And my actual background is in physics, and so I have a master's in quantum physics, and I used to be doing research and that sort of thing. And I always thought I'd be like a physics professor or something like this. This is kind of what I wanted to be. But suddenly I had this sort of flash of insight or waking up, which is, until then, I would never have been able to describe it. I didn't know about it, and I had no words for like any the stuff that probably a lot of people think about, like looking at your mind or something watching the thinking or that kind of stuff, which I never had any concept of that. I never understood anything about that. Then suddenly there was this flash, and at the time I had no words to describe it, but many years later I could say probably it was like a spiritual wake up. And so you feel called to do this stuff.
You know about yoga?
Yeah, actually, so I'm going to go to Thailand on Tuesday, and the first thing I'll be doing there is a yoga retreat, and
But
so that's 6 days long.
you don't think the better country for yoga is India?
It probably is, yeah. It
Because
probably is.
lots of opportunities about yoga in India. But yoga is very lots of part. And in this Chinatown temple,
Right?
I'll visit it today morning, and there are lots of monks, and they're doing meditation.
Oh, really? Hey, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
and the vibe is different. And I share with you my experience. I feel 99% people don't know about meditation.
Right, yeah.
They feel they believe concentration is meditation. They
Yeah,
do
right.
they do concentration, and they feel it's meditation. Me- if I tell you, you think forcefully, wake up early morning 4 o'clock, and forcefully you close your eyes and think about black hole, think about some sound, listen some sound, yeah, or you speak some sound like om, like it's not meditation, it's concentration, because you are forcefully. Meditation means you wake up a morning, anytime, and you listen some birds sound, but you don't try to listen that bird sound, but you
Yeah, sure,
listen,
yeah.
that is meditation, I believe. So I am always in meditation pose every time, because I want to sit any this I want to sit this chair and I feel happy, and I sit there. It's meditation.
Yeah,
It's my
sure.
meditation. But if you told no, you wake up early morning and you forcefully, any religion, you forcefully, it's a concentration. It's not meditation. It's, I believe, that's why sometime I go Goa's beach. I live in Goa's beach, and I sit, and I don't know what I think, but I listen waves sound. Sometime I listen some uh, sparrows sound, some birds sound. It's meditation. It's my meditation, because I don't try to listen that sound.
Yeah, I mean,
But in Vipassana and in yoga and in any some other activities about they call meditation, they give you some dress code like white or like
yeah,
brown,
sure.
and wake up early morning,
Yeah, sure, yeah.
and in group you sit there, and no talk, only close your eyes. It's a sleep. It's not sleep well,
Yeah, sure.
and he is lazy, he feel lazy, and after some time he feel I am, oh, meditation is very good.
Right.
It's not meditation, it's concentration.
So, I've heard that perspective before, I think I think
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no.
I think I've heard that perspective before, uh, and I kind of agree with it actually. I feel like um, I'm just trying to learn all the different types, and I've seen when I've been doing some reading, some people do say that concentration meditations can actually make the ego worse because you're emphasizing there is self concentrating on an object, and you're emphasizing the difference of the object from you, and in that way the separation between you and the universe or reality. When really you're trying to get beyond that, you're trying to sort of see that you are this other thing, or that you are one, as it were. That's really more like a in your highest moments, or when you're thinking clearest, or whatever. That's the type of experience you normally have. But there's a separation when you're so focused like this.
No, I don't 100% deny that activities like dress code or like wake up. You know, one person in India, one its name is Shankaracharya. It's hundreds years ago. He told, if you want God, if you want spiritual, you try to only the way of meditation,
Mm-hmm.
only way of meditation,
Yeah, sure.
not actions like bell and prayer, and not only meditation the way of try achieve to God. But they things are create a circumstances, create a atmosphere.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, I do
So
agree with that actually. Yeah.
it's related. Not I 100% against that that's environment, but uh, meditation is not forcefully.
Yeah, sure.
It's I am totally agree with this. Ki you only feel relaxed. You know, you visit Amritsar,
Yeah.
and Amritsar is big temple, golden temple,
Yeah, that's
six,
great. Yeah.
and their Lord's name, first and first Lord name is Guru Nanak Dev Ji.
Okay.
Guru Nanak, the first Lord,
Right.
six is first Lord.
Yeah.
They never sit any pose, never sit. They never done some actions like exercise वगैरह. No, they feel relaxed, and they want to sing, and they sing. Their voice is not good, but they think, and they sing. What they sing is think, they sing. And after their die, they someone write a book like Gita, Quran, and Bible,
Yeah,
like
sure.
Guru Granth Sahib. They all Guru Granth Sahib is type in song,
Oh,
not statements. It's
okay.
song.
Right.
There
Yeah.
is their thinking is in songs.
Yeah. Right.
They done true meditation. They don't know wear a particular dress code. They never sit any particular position. No, they they work in they are, they work in any shop, and they work, and they sing. It's meditation. But sometime people you know mala. In India, some people like mala, and some Buddhist.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I do. Yes,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
But I think, how can they work?
Yeah.
How can they work? You put on some electric motor, chargeable motor, they already automatically move. If moving is important,
I know. Yeah.
you type their mantras on fan blade, and they're moving 24 hours. It's people, it's not rational people. They follow the trend. They
Yeah.
don't create the trend.
No, I mean I agree with all that. I mean I used to. I've done a whole like the idea that being in the moment's what's important, and that actually it's not just what's important; it's also what's real. Like there is really, I think people can see pretty quickly that there isn't any future except what's in your head that you're imagining now, or there's no past, the same thing. And actually, we don't really know that the universe didn't just pop into existence 5 minutes ago, and that our memories, so to speak, are just sort of popped into existence at the same time. There's no real way to prove that didn't happen. I think the day-to-day kind of meditation where you're in the moment, I think that's very important. But I never learned a more formal one. I don't know how important it is, but I do know that it's something that a lot of people seem to say had value. So I'm going to try the different types of it and see what has value, what actually seems to work.
I ask you one question: why you need spirituality? Spirituality, why you need?
Well, I need it. I don't know. I sort of feel called to it.
If you don't know, it means you are confused.
I would certainly say there's things I'm confused about. That's true.
But if you have IQ, if you born in human being,
Yeah.
and nature give you IQ, so you every time you clear about anything, why you confuse? You born and you die. Simple thing.
So I'll say this. Sorry about that. It's a little bit loud. Um, I would say that when you kind of, to me anyway, when I had seen the mystical state,
What?
when you kind of have the when you see the mystical state, so all this started when I was 22, and there was this time when I went into this alternative state where I felt connected to God or connected to the world or to existence.
How you connected the God? How
There
you believe you
was
connected the God? Some any uh, experiment? Some you saw any amazing things, and you
Yes, I did
believe.
actually. Yeah. So I saw my mind was totally clear, and I saw in front of me all the words I'd ever spoken in my life, and like anything I'd saying or going to say in your mind about yourself or the world, and I realized all of it was just made up. All the things I said about myself, good or bad, some of them are exaggerations and
And
lies.
you clear about your life
Well,
that
I was
time.
clear then looking at it that, oh my God, everything I've been saying about me and the world and other people is all made up. And I could see that behind it all was something different that I never believed in. I never wanted to trust. I never wanted to just trust what would come out of my mouth. I always wanted to plan and to make things complicated and to be tricky a little bit.
No, uh, then you connect the God, and after that your mind is clear about your life.
Yeah, sure.
So right now, why you confuse?
Oh, so that was an experience that lasted for some length of time. And then back to reality. And so what happens is, though, when you've seen it, you can never really forget it. And so the next years I was reading about anything. I didn't have any idea. I didn't particularly think this is Buddhist or anything. I just sort of started reading whatever.
You
And
you know about signophenia?
which one?
Signophenia.
Signophenia. What is this now?
It's a mind problem. Some uh, signophenia, mental problem. First stage is signophenia. Signophenia, I believe every religion person is maximum people in first stage, someone is second or someone third. First is it's sick by signophenia. Signophenia, the example is signophenia. People believe some invisible power protect him. People imagination. Oh, for example, someone's father was, or maybe mother was dead, and they believe, oh, my father looking from
Yeah, sure.
sky. But I know father was not looking, because my father was dead and their eye was burned or destroyed. How can they see? It's rational, but they believe, no, my father was see, someone is in the sky, they protect me.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
if you go any psychiatrist, and psychiatrist ask what about signophenia, they told you signophenia means people believe any invisible power. They believe someone hurt him or someone protect him.
Yeah,
if
sure.
if someone hurt him, that time they believe in soul or ghost, like this. And someone protect him, that time they believe in god.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
a part of signophenia. If people rational, they see real world.
Yeah.
Real world, you after some time you feel hunger, you need food. It's real, it's
Yeah.
practical,
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
not invisible.
Yeah.
You take bath, you need sleep,
Yeah.
you
Sure.
wake up daily. It's need.
Yeah. Sure.
But signophanias, we believe in invisible power. So I think that time I believe you told you connect the god, and that time you clear your mind is already lots of options in your mind. Here is a problem and parallel is solution. Always problem and solution is same time available in same zone.
Okay.
But insecure person or signophanias, like religion person, they saw problem, they scared, they panic, they go to temple or mosque or anywhere, and they pray, and suddenly they feel they saw that solution, and they feel some invisible power gives solution. But solution is in your mind, already mind. But we are lack of confidence, and religion make us lack of confidence, and spiritual create confusion. Because if you go Thailand and you join the Zen,
Yeah. Sure.
Japan in Zen, and in Thailand you Vipassana. When you start Zen, you feel, oh, it's better, and now I feel better, it's a last point. Suddenly you go Thailand, oh, it's Vipassana is better. And then you will come India, and you start yoga, oh, yoga is the very best. And thousands meditations opportunity available in world. In tribal, lots of pure
Yeah.
meditation field
Sure.
available.
Sure. Yeah.
But your age is maximum 80 years. How can you learn all meditation?
Well, I mean, the idea of the trip would be to try all these ones and to sort of see what's out there and to be at least aware of it, to be educated about it and to have some first-hand experience.
No, I told you in my simple philosophy, try before die.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I never tried drug. I never try to jump in sea.
Yeah,
I
sure.
never try to first I go to Mount Everest and then jump to
Yeah,
Mount
sure.
Everest.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean I try before die. It means when the things enjoy me, when the things I like, that things, they only they things I want to try. Someone give me like cocaine, or and oh no, die before try before die, and I take cocaine. No. So, like same, if spiritual create lots of confusion and lots of questions. You give answer one question, then two question in front of you. It's never end.
yeah. Well, there have been times when I've been able to see something
What's
clearly.
your age now?
I'm 39.
39.
Like, there have been times when,
Married?
no,
No.
no, I just ended a relationship of 2.5 years.
Okay.
So, there have been times when I've been able to see something clearly, see something about my own personality, or like the sort of projections I'm putting into the world. People talk about staying in the moment and living presently, right? But people find it very difficult to do that. The reason is they don't understand the types of assumptions they're bringing into ordinary life. They're actually assuming an awful lot about themselves, but they don't understand that they're doing that. People become in their own heads and they tell themselves they're not doing it. The idea is that if you see yourself, and not just yourself, your ideas about the world and in general the overlay on reality that you put down, because we don't have direct access to reality. I'm looking at you, but I'm ultimately seeing you through my own senses. And also through filters. I think, oh, I've met a guy like him before, and I think it's a bit like this or a bit like that, whatever. And so eventually I start to see you through an increasing amount of ego and screening. It's very useful to be able to see those screens, and in seeing them, so have them dismantle or go away or whatever. And in the process of doing that, I've certainly, the sort of the journey that I'm on, and I think probably a lot of people on the spiritual path are on, is a process of dismantling ultimately the barriers to seeing reality directly with your own eyes.
You know, some minus points is some minus point in all human beings. Image conscious, and how to they represent their self in society.
Yeah,
And
sure.
sometime they represent in their own self, in their own self. That's why you done Zen in Japan,
A little bit, yeah,
little
sure,
bit.
yeah.
What's their dress code?
Well, for us, it was just nothing really. We were just ordinary lay people, so they didn't insist. We just wear long sleeves and stuff. They didn't nothing.
every every meditation or not only meditation, every spiritual guru and like uh, pop, any religion top person, they wearing a dress code
Okay,
because they want to represent, they feel they represent the world. And I give you one more example, maybe it's work in you think about this. If Zen is best, if Vipassana is best, if Christianity is best, or if any religion is best, why whole world not why whole world accept this? Wright brothers, Orville Wright and
yeah,
Wilbur
sure,
Wright,
yeah.
they create a plane.
That's right, yeah,
Okay, aeroplane is very important for human being.
that's right,
Whole world, every religion accept it.
yeah,
Against religion also accept it.
yeah, sure,
Islam and Christianity against religion, and Wilbur Wright and Orville Wright are Christian, but Islamic guru or
yeah,
monk also travel in plane.
sure,
Why? Because aeroplane is very important for human being. So whole world, North Korea, China, Russia, US, Afghanistan,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
because it's important. If any meditation is important, if any religion book is important, whole world immediately accept it. You know, Edison, Edison create the bulb, electric bulb.
okay,
Edison,
sure,
Alva Edison. Whole world accept the light bulb,
sure,
but why they accept any one best meditation? Because no best meditation is available for all human beings.
sure, yeah,
Aeroplane is available for all,
yeah,
and daily upgrade.
yeah, yeah,
And light bulb they convert to CFL and then LED and then like this. But no meditation is available. Only few people join the some group and they believe, oh, its meditation is very good,
sure, yeah.
and they promote it. So if you enter this field, enter this world, spiritual world, or this, your question is never end, never end.
Well, I think that some of what you're saying comes from people being attached to religion, and that as a critique, yeah, people get
No,
attached to it.
I'm not talking about religion, because religion, I am damn clear about religion.
Yeah,
They are
sure,
schizophrenia patient.
sure, okay,
Simple. I am talking about spirituality,
sure. Okay, so
meditations like.
some people then they get attached to, um, they get attached to a
Some
particular
people
spiritual technique.
addict about meditation. I told you one man I met, that person in Nepal. They are from Israel, and lots of
Yeah,
people.
yeah, sure.
They 2 time in Vipassana, or sometimes 4 time. It means you are addicted. If I drink beer,
Yeah,
and I drink daily beer because I like it,
yeah,
but early morning beer is not working my body,
yeah,
so I
sure.
need again beer. Same like meditation.
Well, I think though that
They are addicted about meditation.
I think that what certainly my experience has been that meditation does. I'm not an expert. This is why I'm trying to find out. But my experience has been that it's partially about getting into the moment, which is like a drug trip or something. But it's partially about when you're in the moment, you see things which stay with you well after it's done. And the guy I am now is very different from the guy I was 10 years ago, before I did anything spiritual. Because like I'm talking to you right now, and there is no voice in my mind narrating this.
Spiritual is not a designation.
Sure, whatever, but the process of seeing yourself or seeing the world clearly.
Spiritual is like sometime you are happy, sometime you are sad. like this sometimes you feel spiritual. It's a meditation, not it's a designation. Oh, now I am become a spiritual.
Yeah, okay.
Not it's possible.
Sure, okay.
Spiritual is a only uh, the moment of life. Like sometime we are happy, sad, anger. Like sometime I feel, oh, you close your eyes and that time you are in meditation and you feel spirituality.
Sure.
But it's not a designation. Now if someone give you certificate, now you are a spiritual person.
Sure, yeah.
But all organizations, spiritual meditation organization, they told you, no, no, now you done meditation, now you're 10 days. How can you done meditation in 10 days course? It's not a degree of college. It's a moment of life. It's first day start and 10th day stop. Every not I am talking about vipassana or zen or
Right, right,
anything.
yeah, sure.
It's start and finish. How can finish? If finish, it means you need again.
I mean, I think the idea though is that you're learning the technique in those courses, right? And then you're
But
going to do this on your own
yeah,
then after that.
you're right.
Yeah.
Technique. If technique is work in your life, why you need again? If you don't know about how to drive car,
Yeah.
if I learn you how to drive car,
Yeah, sure.
and after you learn the car, you need after 1 month again you how to drive the car? No, you it's work is technique, work for lifetime for you.
I think
You learn one time swimming and you always it's working in
sure,
life. But
sure.
spirituality meditations, why finish? Because it's not working in our life. Reality is different and spiritual world is different. We when you enter in spiritual, they confuse you because practical life and real life is different. I have You have not only subconscious mind, you have conscious mind also. And now I am not talking about unconscious mind. It's very different and very danger. Conscious mind never need any meditation. They want meditation but they never work about meditation.
Right, but some people are very disturbed. Some people have a big ego, and they're very they don't they don't they cause a lot of problems.
Ego is not bad thing.
I know, but being attached to it is.
Ego is a two point, the conjunction point is ego, like id
Yeah, sure,
and
but
super ego.
yeah, but being attached to the ego creates big problems.
Yeah, ego, if you are it's you lot of id in your ego. Id means your desire, your big desire.
Yeah, sure.
I want spiritual, I want meditation, I
Yeah,
want
sure.
that girl, I want that car.
Yeah, but that's all attachment.
Not attachment. Attachment person is emotion, like a
Yeah, but
EQ,
that
EQ is weak.
drive,
EQ.
that drive, that I want this thing, that's attachment.
Emotional consent is weak. That person is emotional.
Yeah, okay, sure.
If they don't, their girlfriend is leave it, oh, they sad.
Yeah, okay.
It means he person is emotional consent
Right,
is
yeah.
weak. But I am talking about ego.
Yeah, sure.
Ego is not bad thing. Ego when bad, that time ed is lots of ed is in their ego.
So you're using the sort
Lots
of
of desire, and desire never if desire control your mind, that time ego is very danger.
yeah, okay. So but you're using the word ego in a slightly different way. I think you're using it more like the Western analytic Sigmund Freud school of using the word ego and id and superego. This construction, yeah.
Sigmund Freud very
So
good
I'm using it in the way more like in the Eastern way, whereby it's used to mean a constructed idea of self. So I'm saying any constructed idea I have of myself is going to be bad if I'm attached to it. And if I have a fixed idea of how I am.
Attachment is 99% is bad.
Yeah.
Attachment is very bad. Attachment create anger. Attachment create revenge.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Attachment create your ego convert to bad ego.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah, sure.
Attachment, any attachment, like your attachment with your pets, your attachment with your gods, with your religion, with your wife, with your daughter, with your anything. Attachment always create you confused. Because reality is different, and attachment create uh, im- you know false word in your mind.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Attachment is big problem.
Yeah, that's right.
And I am very proud of myself. I control my attachments, and not control, even I maximum time I finish my attachment. I lots of things in my life I very attached and I want these things, but now I realize if I want live present life and happy, what is the purpose of meditation or spiritual? Only one person. All religions one person, all gods are one person if they are true. Person make happy every time in the present moment. The all religion, all god, all books, all meditation, all spiritual, the one purpose, men live happy in their present.
Yeah, sure.
But if they are not happy, or if they are confused, it means they don't work properly.
They don't work. What do you mean? Sorry.
God or religion or meditation not work properly when person are not happy in present.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am happy without spiritual, without any god, without any religion.
Sure.
So because happiness definition is different, and spiritual and religion and some their definition is different. We feel if I am I achieve god, achieve religion, achieve meditation, and then I become happy. But no, lots of monk, you know, how can Buddha die? And Buddha, Gautam Buddha,
Okay.
Buddhism
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord, and Jainism God Mahavir, and India's Shankaracharya, Vivekananda. Their die is very younger age, and not uh, like a die like a god. They die like a human being.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Why? Because they are create their religion or meditation. So why they don't achieve? Because they all are human. You know, lots of species in world, lots of species, you know, Darwin theory.
Yeah. Sure.
But only human being are need spiritual, and they feel they only human are sad, human are attached, emotional, full emotional attachment, and
Maybe. I think
no
the animals get attached as well.
their attachment is hormones disbalance.
Well, not even a disbalance. I mean, some of it's very natural, right? I mean, it's
But they depend, it's depend on hormones. It's not depend on subconscious mind, you know. Understand?
maybe.
No, like a female dog,
Yeah.
they produce babies,
Yeah. Sure.
and if right time you go there, they bark you and they bite you,
Right. Right.
because they attach their
Yeah.
kids.
That's right. That's right.
If their puppies was dead, they feel very sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
But after 6 months their puppies was dead, they doesn't care. Why? Because that time they not emotional.
Yeah.
That time their hormones are changes because of their pregnancy. Then it's not attachment, it's a hormones natural changes. But in human being, uh, after 20 years mother attached with son,
Yeah. Sure.
after 40 years mother attached with son. Its attachment is problem. The species are not attachment, they are only hormones balance
Well, I would put that a bit differently. I would say that the dog is attached, but it is not attached in a mental, constructed way. It simply knows and feels a certain way, and it has a world that
No,
when
different species different react. Sometimes some more and some less. Like pigeon.
Yeah.
Pigeon create male pigeon create the nest,
Yeah, sure,
and
yeah.
then they make these things. So it's different, but they are not emotional. It's their only hormones changes. You know, cow when
but-
produce milk,
yeah,
when they born, their baby was born, they produce milk.
yeah, sure,
Why before baby it don't produce don't produce milk? Because its hormones changes,
Yeah,
then
sure.
they make a milk
Yeah,
for
yeah,
their kids.
that's right, yeah.
It's hormones changes, but in uh, human being we are emotional, and it's a very uh, big minus point of human being. And we believe in some big like a lord like Buddhism lord Buddha. They uh, removed attachment in their life. They Buddha has a newborn baby. His name was Rahul. They left their family. They left their lavish lifestyle. He
Yeah,
was
sure,
a
yeah,
king's
that's
son.
right, yeah.
Their beautiful wife, newborn baby. They left because they kill their attachment. And now we follow the Buddha, but now we parallel with attachment. How can possible?
Well, I think the there's a part of us that's going to be attached. So I have a very different model to you. Many things in what you've said there, I would have a different way of looking at them. I think that the animal, for example, is attached. And I think that what it isn't, it's not mentally attached. And so the attachment degrades faster. It gets over it faster. And so it moves on after the death of its puppies or something like that. It gets up and it is sad for a while and it goes on. In the human, we kind of make this into an identity issue. And so we perpetuate it over time. So we keep it alive for a lot longer. The Buddha or something like that, I mean, first of all, if he even existed, or some hypothetical enlightened figure, I do think there's been a push in spirituality to transcend our humanity, which I don't agree with actually. I think a certain amount of attachment on a human level, like to your loved ones and so on like that, is actually pretty reasonable. And I think that there's been a lot of spiritual gurus throughout the years who have tried to get past that. And I think it leaves people pretty isolated actually. I don't think it's a good place to be. I think it's a human normal reflex, much like the dog would be attached to another dog or to a human owner or something like that. I think as human beings we get attached as well, and I don't think it's anything shameful or something to be upset about or not proud about.
You know about elephant? Elephant, elephant. If you research on elephant, elephant live in group.
Yeah, that's right.
है
Yeah,
ना? If their old age elephant was dead anywhere,
yeah,
when they moving group with group, when they cross that place,
yeah.
they still they stop there and wait some minutes and sometimes some hours.
That's
Why?
right.
Because not attachment. It's not for attachment, it's for memory. Elephant memories, we give example, oh your memory is elephant memory.
That's right. It's very good memory. Yeah,
Because elephant is not attached that place, not attached that their grandfather or father. Only the memory, my father or my grandfather was dead this place, we stay there, maybe some we found it, and after that they realize, they become in real world. After some time the elephant become in real world, they feel, oh no father, no grandfather, no our grandfather moved there again. It's a not attachment, it's a memory. They remember that thing. So attachment is only in human being.
I think that's. I really don't agree with that. I mean, I think it's memory and attachment. Like if the dog sees me and I have not been home in some time, it remembers me. That's true, but then also it has an automatic conditioned response, which is kind of like the attachment, which is like it's happy to see me, or it's somebody else it doesn't like, it's unhappy, and so on like that. That's
No,
attachment. It's a
dogs
fixed.
dogs are very clever. They
Yeah.
are very greedy. We human being feel we are most very intelligent, but no, our other species are very also very intelligent, not more than us. Dog know, if they like you, then they know, they feel happy and they
That's right.
feed food. It's their strategy. I have
That's
two
right.
dogs, one uh, hen, one two cats, and I have three dogs. And I always saw, and I talk with my dog. I know you are very clever. You feel, sometime you feel foolish, and some people give you, oh, if you feel like poor, you show you are poor, some people give you sympathy. So it's animals strategy. They are very clever. Our Actually, first, according to first principle, we are also animal.
Yes, sure.
Only difference between our mind was grow.
Yeah, sure.
They
Yeah.
are not grow. So that's why. So I feel that's why I respect all animal, because I feel only difference between me and that animal, only the difference between mind size. Our
Yeah.
mind size is grow, there is not grow. If there is grow, we are pet and they are our owner.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah.
so that's why I give respect all animals.
Ah, yeah, sure. I like animals a lot. I have a huge amount of respect for them. I think that.
But I'm not against non-vegetarian, because non-vegetarian is different thing, and if you are non-vegetarian, then you also love lots of animals. It doesn't mean you eat animal, it means you hate animal.
Well, I'm actually trying to think about that at the moment. I do eat meat, but I am thinking I may stop. So that's up for debate in my mind at the moment. I'm still it's something I'm looking at. So I don't mind. I think at the moment my issue would be not so much with the killing of an animal, but rather with industrial agriculture and the fact that they're contained in terrible conditions, many of them, that they don't have a good, happy life. That's more the
You
problem I
know,
would have.
8 billion population in our world,
Yeah,
and we like Canada, Siberia,
yeah, sure.
you don't produce their wheat or
Yeah,
like agriculture. How can we eat? I am against if you torture the animals.
yeah,
I
sure.
am against. But if you cut the animal and eat the animal for your food
Yeah,
necessity,
sure.
it's okay. But you torture the animal. You put the lots of goat in small
Yeah,
place
that's
and
right.
don't eat food and properly. That time I against.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm still a bit up in the air. I'm still clearing up my thoughts on it because definitely in nature we're definitely carnivores, but
Right now you are. What are you doing? Like work.
oh,
Lots of
work.
some people
Yeah,
ask.
sure. Well, so I was a scientist and a physicist, and so I left my job, and I'm going to be starting a master's degree in psychology in September, and so I'm going to become a psychologist, and so I'm
Which type of psychology?
counseling psychology. So it'll
Counseling.
be like a practical psychology for people who want to talk about stuff they're going through. That's the thinking. Um,
And you done practice in
I set up
professionally.
I set up a group a few years ago,
Okay.
and so we ran it for a few years where we were talking about people's issues and problems, and we would talk for many hours about this, quite focused on somebody, whatever they're going through. And so at first it was just my friends, and after some time, then they started to bring other people I had not met before. Mostly it was me looking at people,
Which
but
type of you counseling the people? Which type of counseling?
do I want to learn?
No, you give counseling the people. Which type of?
So it's hard to really, there's no real,
Their relation problem, their depression, their
oh
which
no,
type of?
it doesn't matter, anything. It's like, but it takes a few hours of back and, well, it could go
It's a
faster, it
course,
can.
yeah. It's a session live,
Yeah,
not a
and so
one time.
you're really trying to feel out what the other person is going through. And there's a series of questions designed to sort of get them to see something at the end of it, and something they've not seen before. That was the idea of it. And when people came to the sessions, I said, look, just you'll see by example what the process is. So it's hard to do it very quickly. But you begin by sort of saying, where are they suffering? And if someone in the group then says, okay, I'll go this week, I want you look at my stuff this week. So
Any share with one example, then we stop this live session. Give some strange example when person come to and ask some counseling about any unique topic, any strange thing,
uh,
if you
I
remember.
probably shouldn't because we were not meant to talk about it outside of the. There was a certain amount of privacy
Yeah,
involved in
don't.
it.
I need only topic, don't personal detail. Only topic. Which type of topic?
What you find is that someone these days has an aversion to. I mean, it's all very simple. Well, someone doesn't want to talk in a certain way to a certain group of people. So maybe they don't want to talk to men, they don't want to talk to women, they don't want to talk to someone with a particular skin color or whatever. And frequently you trace it back and you see there was a specific incident in childhood which led to that. I know that's very general because this is how it normally works, but I just don't want to give specific details. And
No, no, it's okay.
I
Some
could think of a few interesting ones, but
someone come about talking about ghost, like they feel, oh, I feel some invisible power hate me, or like this type of people coming.
yeah, I've seen that before. And so, like, with those sort of situations, you kind of want to say, like, the person's whole frame for reality is quite strange. And within it, you can see a contradiction. There's a strange image of the world which doesn't connect with reality at all. And you're going to have to sort of say to the person, look, what are your beliefs? This world isn't so terrible. And underneath it all, you've made a set of assumptions which aren't based on anything. And what you find is those assumptions that led them to that conclusion that they're hated or there's a ghost out of them will come back to earlier in childhood. Something happened, probably, which they think they're not enough. They're not good enough. And you've got to get them to see that. And this decision was completely random and arbitrary. They just made it up in a moment of upset. But they're living their whole life now inside the context of an upset 5-year-old's worldview. You wouldn't take an upset 5-year-old's worldview or opinion of you right now very seriously. So, but we still carry around that in our own heads now, even though it's irrational, even though it's crazy. And a lot of the time when you're talking to people, it comes down to that type of structure.
How many country you visited?
I think 33.
33.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking at this the other day, so I think 33. This is why I know it so quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll want to visit. I want to visit before die. If something is possible, 150 plus countries, I'll try
Oh yeah, hey,
to
cool.
visit,
Yeah, yeah.
because I believe every person is a book. You don't need read book. You read person. For example, I discuss with you, and I never go Canada and never go Ireland and never know about your field,
Yeah, sure.
but after I discuss with you, and then I know little bit about your field, or little bit these things.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
It's never without any visit. So if you talk one person, it means you read one book.
Yeah.
And now I want to read international book, because
Yeah, right.
read only read Indian book, lots of Indian books.
Oh, very good. I mean, no, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I enjoy always getting under the surface of things with people and seeing where their mind goes and how they think and how they feel
Yeah,
about
your
things.
mind is broad minded, you know. Every god, believe we believe in god, like Jesus, like Buddha, like any, they are travel.
Right?
They are travel,
Right.
and they learn lots of things, and they share their experience with other people's. They are very shocked, oh, how can they have lots of knowledge? He's god. But they are travel, so they learn lot, and they share with their knowledge people who don't travel. So that's why people believe, oh, it's a genius.
I mean, I've seen. I don't know if it's necessary. I do think that for some people that's the path. Like I feel right now I should travel. I know the Indian sage Ramana Maharshi.
Maharishi, yeah.
So everybody seems to respect him a lot, but he just sat at the Mount Arunachala. Am I saying that correctly? Arunachala, maybe. He just sat in South India anyway, at his ashram for his whole life. He never went anywhere, but for him it was a different path. By listening to Inside, I kind of feel like I should travel a bit.
Okay, you know what time they are live, Maharishi? Which time?
So he died at about 1950.
1950.
Yeah, so he would have been alive maybe 1880 to
80 years ago.
Yeah,
You know, change world last 30 years. World is very fast change.
yes, that's right.
After internet and that's it. 80 years ago, it's very huge, big difference. Lots of time. Some that time no TV, not television everywhere, not
Yeah, yeah.
media,
Yeah,
not
that's right.
internet. That time their students, I feel, not only about talking about that Maharishi.
Yeah.
Their popular person like him, their students create lots of things about him,
Yeah,
everywhere. You know, uh, Jesus never write a Bible.
that's right. Yeah,
Muhammad Paigambar never write a Quran. Guru Nanak Dev Ji never write a Gurbani.
yeah, sure.
Socrates never write any book. Buddha never write a book.
Yeah, right.
Who write the book? Their students, their followers. And how can we decide their follower are like same, like same him?
Yeah, sure.
Not possible. If their student are like him, it means student are also like God.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not true. They if blind follower, they create only positive things and add some their more attachments, and after some time follower, now internet is coming, so we have not damn sure informations. Only people believe, like you know, in Christianity, in Bible, write in Bible, Jesus live the one person,
Yeah.
he is dead, and Jesus live that
Okay.
person.
Right. Okay.
But who is that person? He is Jesus childhood friend.
Okay.
And why Jesus only one people live?
Yeah.
Because it's not done by Jesus. Jesus is a very good messenger, and they share their thoughts, peaceful thoughts, giving suggestions how to live, how to thought. But their students, every Lord's students, messengers students, they add their things. Why they two parts? Buddhism is two parts,
That's right.
Yin Yan and Mahayan.
That's
Why
right.
Jainism is two part, Digambar Jain and Shwetambar. Every religion, why two part and more than
Yeah,
two
sure.
part? Because they don't follow their top leader, top god or top end, because they need their own power.
That's right. I agree with
And
that.
then again follower, like same, it's like that. So that's why I ask question, so I follow, not follow, I always told my some viewers, not follow me. you if you like me, it's okay, but not follow.
Yeah,
If you
sure.
follow me, you wear a like my wear,
Yeah.
you put your hairstyle like same any organization,
Yeah, sure.
any religion, any meditation, you like same like this, you like this guru. So why, you know, Buddhist, Lord Buddha's statue is everywhere, their curly hair,
Right.
you know, curly hair.
I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
but it's not here. Buddha monk is bald, no
Yeah,
hair.
sure.
So what is this? This is some, you know, moving slow.
Yes.
They are that time they in meditation position. Some that insect, like not insect, it's like I show you. It's lots of sit on their
Okay.
head,
Okay.
and people believe it's curly hair,
Huh.
and they all over world Buddhs that statue, and all over Buddha monks, never you see any single Buddhist monk
Yeah, sure.
like this, because it's not possible. But Indian, lots of people follow the Buddhism and they believe, oh, it's a curly hair. How can possible?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about the hair, man. It's
And you know, why always our God look like us? Why?
I mean, I think it's just an image, right? I think that.
It's imagination.
Yeah, that's right.
Chinese believe their God, their eyes is small.
But the experience of God or something like that for some people, and I can say it because I've had it, is very real. Like, how do you know you're not dreaming right now?
Not
How do you know you're not dreaming?
not
Dreaming.
dreaming means
Do you know like a dream?
dream. Okay, dream.
How do you know you're not dreaming now?
Dream, dream. Who create the dream? Your
No, but like,
subconscious.
no, but forget about that. How do you specifically know you're not dreaming now?
Right now,
Yeah.
no,
How do you know?
because I am in right now. I am in conscious.
Yeah, but you could be having a dream of this.
It's not in my hand.
Yeah, but you know somehow that you're not dreaming.
Because I am conscious, I am live, I know about its live session, I know about you, and
Yeah, but
so
all
how
these,
can
yeah,
I
but
dream?
somehow you could be dreaming all of it though too. Somehow behind it all, you do know you're awake. It feels different than a dream.
No, dream, only one thing is create the dream. It's a subconscious mind.
Yeah, but
Only one thing.
you when you're going through the dream, you feel as though it's real.
No, first conscious collect the data,
Yeah.
they data sent to subconscious
Yeah. Sure.
mind,
Yeah. Yeah.
and subconscious is a very big hard disk,
Yeah.
very
Sure.
big
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah.
Some things, some data we think lots of time again and again,
Yeah. Sure.
or maybe some data.
But no, this is all explaining it. I'm saying from the subjective perspective. When you're actually going through and you're having a dream, you think those things are real while you're having the dream.
Right now.
No, no. In general, when you're having a dream at night, when you're asleep, you think those things are real.
Yeah,
And then, yeah,
that time.
yeah, and then you wake up and it's like, oh, that wasn't real. It was a dream.
Yeah, that time I feel it's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, right now, how do you know this is not a dream?
And when I wake up, okay,
Yeah.
I
You're like,
agree
wait a
with
minute.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
When I wake up, and who wake up me?
So, the,
Not possible.
all I'm saying about anything to do with spirituality or God or anything is that somehow, like, right?
I know what you're talking about. Someone sleep and they think dream,
Yeah.
and we are live in their dream.
Well, leaving aside any of this,
It's
just
a
on the purely subject,
Shankaracharya philosophy in
well,
India.
just on leaving aside anything to do with subject or any objectivity about me being inside of them, just purely subjective. I feel I dream at night, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was a dream. I wasn't sure. Now I'm awake and I know that was a dream. If you ask me now, am I dreaming? I somehow know I'm not dreaming. Somehow deep inside, this doesn't feel like a dream, and it's quite deep. You understand. I don't know how to explain it, but somehow it just isn't a dream. I know that.
Yeah, it's a part of our mind. You know,
Yeah, but look, just right in this actual moment right now, I know I'm not dreaming. But the spiritual experience, the God experience, it's as if someone just takes off your face, and then you realize you were dreaming before that. Like this
no,
life right now is a different type of dream.
your question is diplomatic. How you mix imaginations and belief, and you mix psychology. You mix two part, dream, and when we make up and we decide, oh, now I wake up, it's a dream. It's a psychological process, and you know very well. And the god and the spiritual and this thing is
Yeah.
different, but it's imaginations or
This is
following
just an
part.
analogy. What I'm saying here is just analogy. I'm just trying to make a certain point. My point is about the reality of religious experience, which is what gets people to change their lives and what gets them to pursue these things. Because once they see something, it's a bit like supposing right now you were to just take off a virtual reality headset and then you're in a different universe and you're like, holy shit, wait a minute. And then you put it back on and you're like, you're back to being you here talking to me. And then it's like, wait a minute, what was that other thing that just happened? I was in the future, and I was wearing a very complicated headset that made me just think I was this guy. And you're like, you can never forget it. You're like, holy shit, that was actually real. This is just a simulation. What the fuck? And so you can never actually forget that. And so when you have this experience, somehow it occurs as more real than reality. And forever then, at least this has been my experience for the rest of my life, it has been like question. It's like you see, it becomes a question. What the hell was that? And also, how do I see this again? You're drawn to it. And there's a attachment maybe, or a hunger maybe, and fair enough. But you were shown this, or you saw it for yourself, or whatever. And forever now, you remember that this is not completely real. Someday I'll be dead. None of this really matters. I'm basically living in a sort of illusion, much like when I'm in a dream. And it doesn't really matter. It's all right. It's fine to be that way.
But you know what's the problem? Problem is, after some time, after some month or maybe some year ago, after some year,
Yeah, sure.
you believe some different thing, and you think some different thing. That time you realize, oh, we think about like this some years ago. You know, in when we are childhood, our childhood, our thinking process is different, and
Yeah, sure.
that time we believe that is real and that is thing, and my toy is my world, you know. And in teenage, our dream, our thought process is different. Like same, every time nothing is fixed, every time change, you know. 86 billion, yeah, 86 billion neurons in our mind.
Okay.
86 billion, like same 86 billion stars in galaxy.
Okay.
86 billion neurons, they create 1000 billion connections. I told you something and you listen, oh it's song or
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
right.
statement like this. So it's movable, it's movable.
That's right. Yeah.
So same thing, you dream or like this spiritual experience or dreaming experience, and it's change every some time. If it's not change in some person's life, it means they're they are very conservative, and they are like little bit sick, because their conditioning is not changed, because they are very conservative thought process.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why they don't change. But big problem in India, people born in same place, grow up in same place, and die in same place.
Yeah. Sure.
So they if they learn new things, they not accept it, not
Right.
accept
Right. Right.
it. If not only about, I'm talking about India, you talk, you give suggestion any religion person in all over world, they not, if their your suggestion is against their religion
Yeah. Sure.
or against their mindset, they not accept it, because their conditioning, their religion, or their some circumstances or atmosphere.
It occurs to me that you're somewhat criticizing. I'm trying to read between the lines at a point you're getting at. It occurs to me you're somewhat criticizing spirituality,
Criticize is very good thing,
but
but spiritual person never accept
no, no. What
criticism.
I'm saying is you're somewhat criticizing spirituality, but your arguments are directed at an attachment to spirituality. And I would suggest that an attachment to anything is bad, not just spirituality. You have to actually criticize. If you're going to criticize spirituality, you must criticize it
Yeah,
as a
you
substance
are
of
right. I
itself.
am not criticize spirituality.
Right, right.
I am criticize attachment about
Yeah, sure.
spirituality.
Yeah, and that's true. And I'll go with that completely. Yeah,
Yeah, if you have a desire about spiritual,
yeah,
it's wrong. Spiritual is a like a movement,
right.
movement, like I told you, like anger, like happiness, like
Yeah, sure.
it's movement. It's not any product. It's not any. It's not converting course.
Yeah,
Spiritual is not a course.
sure.
Spiritual is a movement, and if you never learn any spiritual thing, you already become a spiritual. Spiritual is a part of our mind. Spiritual means you 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 have, you know, zero. When your mind is in zero, you are spiritual. Zero means no good, no bad, no happy, no sad. That time you are spiritual without any course.
Sure, 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 sure. But for people want to know how to do that, right?
It's very easy.
It is, and yet it's the hardest thing in the world. It's both. It is both very
No,
simple and very difficult
you
for
know,
people to not think and to
if
turn off their mind and see through it as
if
illusion.
you become a spiritual, people feel how many we do lots of things, then we become a spiritual.
Yeah,
Actual fact is,
yeah,
you don't do anything, then you become a spiritual.
that's correct. I think some people
It's very
sometimes
simple.
that is true, and I agree with that. But some people need to hit their head off the wall enough to realize it isn't going to work.
This is the center point. People go and go and go, and then here, and already you are here.
Also, there's a few reasons to do this stuff. One, you need to exhaust the other opportunities. You think there's salvation out there. You think it's coming for you someday. Someday you're going to be enlightened. And this constant postponing of living, this constant postponing of being in the moment. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
Enlightenment is an important thing, and I believe
Yeah, sure.
actually enlightenment is a your suddenly your mind is change
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
suddenly, and think broad minded. It's enlightenment. You lots of things in your life nearby, lots of things, but you never see, and suddenly your mind is changed and see everything.
Yeah.
It's enlightenment. Enlightenment is not you see the galaxy or see the Mount Everest. Lots of things surrounding you,
Yeah.
but you never see. Lots of problems you see, but lots of solution you never see.
Right.
But after enlightenment, what is the definition of enlightenment? You see everything is crystal clear water. It's enlightenment. Enlightenment doesn't mean you read lots of books, you know about universe, you
Yeah,
know
that's
about
true.
it's not
That's right.
enlightenment. Enlightenment is simple thing. You are clear in your mind. You observe everything. You are enlightenment.
Yeah, I mean, I totally go with that, but for a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to just drop it all and just be in the moment.
I think people addicted about struggle. So they, if you give very easily something, it's a spirituality formula.
That's
They
right.
don't accept it. They need struggle. Their conditioning was struggle.
That's right.
You give one $10 billion, they don't care about $10 billion, but they daily 9 to 5 and slowly earn in next 20
That's
years
right.
10 million. They will respect and
People
very
can be
happy.
attached to struggle. I've seen that many times.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very common
that is
actually.
the problem.
Yeah, I do
they
think so.
they
Yeah.
believe the struggle. If
Yeah.
they find the, they all people find the God, but if they know damn sure in this room is God is sitting, they never enter the room because their struggle was finished.
I mean, that's certainly true. That is certainly true. I think, I mean, you're right. Enlightenment is certainly not in the future. It's a now phenomenon if it's anything.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
observation. Your
that's right.
observation far was sharp. It means you have enlightenment. If you watch everything surrounding you, crystal clear thought, and you take decision
Yeah.
and you take responsibility, it's enlightenment. Enlightenment is nothing. Some white light is coming to mind,
But
and
you know, there's times when it's like you're wearing a pair of sunglasses that are like green or something, and then you don't realize that you're projecting something onto the world. You don't realize the entire world looks green to you until you take them off. But someone or something or life or somehow you need to see that you're wearing green sunglasses. Because if you don't know you're doing that, you just think the world is green. And you think you are in the moment, you think you're seeing it. But when it's taken off, when the sunglasses are gone, you realize, oh my god, I actually was seeing everything green everywhere. I didn't realize this.
yeah, you realize this. It's enlightenment. You we are thinking like people, we are seeing like people, we our point of view
Yeah.
like people. When our point of view is different, it's enlightenment.
Yeah. Um, well, uh,
It's nice to talk with you because
sure.
I learn lots of things for you about क्या बोलेंगे यार. I learn lots of things
That was
uh,
just my perspective on the whole thing. I think that,
because
yeah.
I met lots of traveler in during my journey. I start my solo traveling 2000 from 2018,
Right, right.
but only few people met. We discuss about these things.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay, huh?
they are not interested in these things. They know about informations like about India's information, they about Nepal's information and any general knowledge, but they don't think about philosophy or psychology.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
only few people we met. I discuss with this same topic.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm glad. I mean, I don't know if I said anything, but I'm happy to have given my view and to sort of
Yeah, and people know also.
give a sort of a personal struggle or personal journey of some kind, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.